So Michael Bloomberg is going to make his debut on the debate stage tonight, which everybody should stay tuned for because we are going to be putting our two drunken cents in on the primary debates this evening. So the thing, I was going to make a joke about the debates like being boring because I always find them horribly boring, but I bet it's not going to be boring tonight.
I hope Bernie just comes out swinging.
Bernie's going to come out swinging. Warren's going to come out swinging.
Everyone's going to come out swinging.
They all better. So if this is the one time where they all need to work together, guys, you know, this is the time we got.
And maybe Amy Klobuchar's jokes will land.
And maybe no,
her staplers will.
Her staplers will land. Yes.
So yeah, Michael Bloomberg, we have a lot to look forward to tonight. He is going to make a total ass of himself on live television. So we're all very excited. So, you know, and everybody knows that he's going to be on the debate stage. And in fact, some of the rules basically to get on the debate stage were changed a little bit at the end of January. And those rules made it possible for Michael Bloomberg to actually get on stage. And so there was a lot of you know, basically backlash from a lot of these other campaigns and even not those campaigns saying like, hey, that's not very fair. Like he should be, you know, falling in the same sort of guidelines. But that's not what happened. Supposedly, like according to the DNC, those were changes that were already discussed about making.
Oh wow! And just out of the blue.
And there are other stories coming out from some of those campaigns that's not the case. And so that's still up, you know, up for debate based on the stories I've read.
So there was an interesting thing on that exact thing you're talking about with the DNC, where they're like, oh, this was already considered. You know, we were going to change it, which is why we never put it in the rules when we first set up the rules and why we're changing it right now. Again, that's what I was saying before. This gives, if Nevada turns out to be a mess, those things altogether will allow Sanders to push for something like better election integrity if he chooses to follow that path, because
that's something he needs.
This is a mess. But I kind of do want to see Bloomberg on the stage. So
I think it'll be I think he'll have a lot of defending to do. A lot of crazy stuff has come out in the last few days, and I think, you know, of all of it, the most glaring issue is just that he's buying his way through into this campaign and going through the campaign with his money.
Absolutely,
$409 million, I think, so far.
Here's my thoughts on Bloomberg. This is a man who I absolutely am disgusted with. This is a guy who basically is the symbol of money in politics. He bought his way in. He was a Republican at one point, then he flip-flopped to being an independent, then he flip-flopped to being a Democrat, and he paid Nancy Pelosi $10 million to the Democratic, you know, DNC establishment for God knows whatever they're going to do, probably most likely support the incumbents that are running in the 2020 election cycle. But here's the thing. Bloomberg, here's what we found out. He's a sexist, misogynist, racist. This is a guy who turned a blind eye to the police corruption in New York City. This is a guy who caters to the top 1%. This is a guy who was very critical of Obama, but yet, you know, the Democrats revere Obama now, so all of a sudden he's flip-flopping on those issues. This is a guy who said he was open to cutting Medicare, Medicaid. This is a guy who's open for more tax cuts. This is a guy who went on the media to say that he was, oh my God, everybody sit back, hold on to your seats, that he is good friends with Donald Trump. The videos are all out there. All of you have the internet at your fingertips. You can go on Twitter or any form of social media, and you can find those videos. They're out there now. People are showing them. People are sharing them to let you know who Michael Bloomberg is. All Michael Bloomberg is a much more coherent version of Donald Trump. He's the Democrats' last hope for the establishment. The Democrat establishment is basically thinking, oh, let's just have Trump fight Trump. Really? Is that going to inspire anyone to go out there and vote for Bloomberg? I don't think so. So at the end of the day, let's look at this debate. Let's hope that all the candidates actually, you know, curb stomp him, because he deserves it. He deserves to be humiliated. No, he deserves to be humiliated. He deserves to be eviscerated on that stage because he's a liar and a fraud. But yet, the only person of color that's still running, Representative Tulsi Gabbard from the state of Hawaii, who has on numerous occasions met the qualifications to be on previous debate stages, has been denied. And yet, Bloomberg, with all his money, with all his influence, bought his way onto that stage, and he's going to be on there every single candidate and all their supporters, all of us, this is a rare time where we can all get together and slap the taste out of Bloomberg's mouth. Let's make it happen.
So I just want to add that I'm imagining a debate between Donald Trump and Bloomberg, and it goes like this. You're a bad billionaire. No, you're a bad billionaire. You sexually assaulted women. No, you sexually assaulted women. You defrauded people. No, you defrauded people. You were bad to the African-American community. You were bad to the African-American community.
That's a Spider-Man meme right there that you just did.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Bloomberg's like, okay, Democrats, we want a Trump, but like someone else.
That's a lot of what the establishment media is doing too, though, in their defense, their weird defense of Michael Bloomberg.
Where he's paying their staff.
Where they're just like doing the whataboutism, you know, like every time someone brings up something about Michael Bloomberg that is horrific, like, well, what about, well, Trump does this thing. It's like, okay, I didn't realize that our goal was to run someone
Trump,
that's just like
Trump.
You know, I thought that we were resisting that, and I was wrong.
Yeah.
So he will be joining Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, Amy Klobuchar, Pete Buttigieg, and Elizabeth Warren at the debate. Not a single person of color on stage, which is really also a shame for the Democratic Party, considering we are supposed to be the party of the masses, and I think that this is a really
the Big Ten party, yeah.
A really crummy representation of what our party is supposed to be.
But let's be fair, we do have a big tent. It's billionaires, millionaires, and 100,000ers.
Oh, thank you, Daniel.
Thank
you.
All right. I can't wait to be a part of that party.
Yeah.
Hey, all of you watching, you're just a temporarily embarrassed millionaire. Don't worry about a thing. Keep mining that coal.
Keep going. Keep going. Just work harder. You're not there yet. It's probably because you're lazy. So keep going.
Do you have a pair of bootstraps? If not, you got to go get some. And
go
then
get them.
Pick yourself up by them.
Yep, and work hard. In fact, work harder right now.
Get another job and another.